Sunday morning football. Welcome to the Blitz Show, brought to you by Covers, where Derek Carty and his Blitz projections look to pick off the best. Plus EV plays for every primetime game. Plus 14% on the year, Derek. 25 and 18. Plays 14 and 6 for 34% ROI. It's been a good run. It's been even better since week 3 Monday Night Football. 16 and 5 plays leans plus 9.6 units. Are you excited for more London football?
I am. London football means we get to do more of these shows and talk about more of these plays, and it's been a great year so far. So looking to keep it going.
Week 7, Baltimore -4 at Tennessee, total sitting at 42. Obviously, after Buffalo kind of laid an egg last week, the talk about when to show up to London has been a big issue. Baltimore arrived on Monday. They did the Friday thing in 2017, and they got beat 44-7 to Jacksonville. And I'm sure you might disagree with old John Harbaugh. He says there is no science on it. Teams have come over here early and done well and not done well. They've come over on Thursday and done well and not done well. Hopefully, this is something that works for us. I believe Tennessee. I'm looking at the Tennessee schedule. They arrive at 6:30 a.m. on Friday. So it's a tale of two tapes. Is there anything in the projection, the handicap of this, or are we on the John Harbaugh train of there is no science behind it?
There's no science that I've seen behind it. I mean, you can certainly create narratives either way, but there's not a lot of hard data to support any of it yet.
Buffalo did look awfully bad last week, and they got injured quick. Leans and plays, we got leans. I think we've turned a couple leans into plays, but I'll let Derek make those calls once we get to them. But this one for sure, Lamar Jackson over 41.5 rushing yards, -114. That's at FanDuel, the time of recording on Friday afternoon. This is a play. We're starting to see some 42.5s popping up. He's topped this in 3 of his last 4 games. That's great, but one of your favorite things when you're looking at these and projecting where it goes is the difference between scrambles and design runs. And right now, Lamar Jackson, 28 design runs for 122 rushing yards, 19 scrambles for 121 yards. It's a great mix for a guy who can certainly pop this number.
Yeah, there was talk coming into the year that, with new coaching and everything else, Lamar's rush attempts were going to be scaled back. And we really haven't seen that much. He's not getting quite as many design runs as he was previously. But it's still a really high number, one of the highest for any quarterback in the league. He's scrambling plenty. This number just seems too low. The Blitz is projecting high 50s, so we're getting a good amount over the line here. We're getting it at good odds. This looks like a good one to me.
Nice. So with the projection of over 50, as I'm trying to bring up, as I always enjoy hitting extra plus money markets when they're available, and when you have edges like this, I suggest it's something that better should certainly be looking into. But I like the difference between it's 42. It's not a huge difference to 50, but if we're getting that extra money, as I stumble through and find his rushing yard milestones, let's go plus 145 for 50.
I like it.
Yeah, and then the 75 is plus 525. It's a big difference between 50 and 75, but plus 145, good number there. Lamar Jackson over 41.5 rushing yards, -114. That's in the books at a play. And then as we were discussing these ones, Derek was on a lean, but I like him as plays, and he, I think, agrees too. Are we calling both of these plays?
They're both plays. Let's do it.
Awesome. Ryan Tannehill over 18.5 completions, -123. That's at Caesars Friday afternoon. Lean to play. The market, just like the Lamar Jackson one, when you see the market battling between two numbers, it's obviously a great time to take, if you're on the over, take the lower number there, and that's what we're doing here. There's some 18.5s and 19.5. Baltimore averaging 23.8 completions per game on defense. That's just a number that literally means nothing when you don't look at who it is. Kenny Pickett, 18 for 32. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, 19 for 36. Gardner Minshew, 27 for 44. Joe Burrow, week 2, struggling, 27 for 44. And C.J. Stroud, 28 for 44 versus this Baltimore defense. I know there's not a lot of talent, but DeAndre Hopkins looked good last week, and this is a low number.
Yeah, it's a low number. Hopkins looks great. He's throwing a lot of passes, high completion percentage passes to running backs. Spears has been getting like I think 17% of the targets or something crazy. So this is just a low bar to clear. I know Tannehill isn't amazing, but this is a good spot, and it's a low bar to clear.
Game script. 18.5 is a low number as a more than field goal dog as well. And if, let's just say, if we're trying to project this game and we say Baltimore arrived earlier, they're in better shape, we could see Tennessee playing from behind a bit more. And that would certainly look well for Ryan Tannehill.
That's
Now,
definitely
this one might seem correlated to Ryan Tannehill, but it's priced like that, but it really isn't. Chris Moore under 1.5 receptions plus 120. No targets last week, 24 routes. Plays half the snaps. 11% target share on routes ran. And this has been with Treylon Burks already out. So it's not like there's a bump coming anywhere. He's topped this number just once in 5 games, and that was a 2-catch game. Why are we getting plus money on Chris Moore?
I can't tell you why, but it looks good, and I'm taking it because, like you said, his role in this offense is not especially big. Burks has already kind of been out a couple weeks. It's not like we're seeing, a massive spike in volume. Last week, Kyle Phillips came off IR and was worked in slowly. If we see him starting to get more snaps, it's possible, Moore gets even fewer. So this is a spot where, we like it for Tannehill, but Moore is going to be the 7th option in this offense, maybe. Like he's going to get a couple of targets probably, and that's about it.
What is the pinnacle price? 50 points?
Minus 104 last I looked.
All right, minus 104. So we're still getting 25 points. That's probably where this market's going. This should be, where's the cutoff line? Probably what, plus 110? Even money.
I think if you're getting it at plus 110, you're still getting solid value, not amazing, but solid value. And then once it gets beyond that, I'd probably pass on it.
All right, so let's load those up for Sunday morning football. The blitz has been hot, and I love these 3 plays. Lamar Jackson over 41.5 rushing yards, minus 114. That was at FanDuel. Ryan Tannehill over 18.5 completions, minus 123. That was at Caesars. And Chris Moore under 1.5 receptions, plus 120, 365. That likely won't be there at plus money closer to game time. That's that one the way off market. But I like that we move those leans to plays because I like the way this is going. Ryan Tannehill and Chris Moore both looking good. Lamar Jackson on the ground as well. Let's stay hot here, Derek, as we finish Sunday morning football. And then we turn things over to the Sunday nighter and then the Monday nighter. We are here every primetime game. I'm Josh Ingles. He's Derek Carty. This is the Blitz Show brought to you by Covers. We'll see you back here Sunday Night Football.